Okay, we got that muted. Okay. All right, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Model Talk Thursdays. We have an amazing spirit, soul sister that I got a chance to meet online. I DM'd her last year, asked her if she would participate in this platform. And in talking to her, I just was like, wow, what a beautiful energy. So Fatou, thank you so much for joining us again for another edition of Model Talk.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Yes. And then I want to apologize to the students. I made some poor decisions today, which caused me, I did, sis. I made some poor decisions trying to fit everything in one day. And doing that caused me to, slip a bit. So I want to apologize to the students. I'm hoping you all are logging back on to YouTube. Let me make sure that that is happening. But also, students, feel free to post your questions in the post as I am interviewing Fatou. And then let's go ahead and get this party started. So Fatou, from the last time I interviewed you, you have been doing some amazing things.
Oh, child, yes.
Yes, Calvin Klein. I think it's Nina Ricci, the eyeglass wear. You walked for Sergio Hudson for New York Fashion Week. So I want to tap into, because we have some new students this semester, kind of to give them the foundation of who you are, because I think your story, every story is unique, but I want them to know that, man, everyone has their own journey. So if you don't mind, I just want to start with your background. Remind us of where you're from, your background, your identity, because I know that's one thing that we connected on, and that is a, important aspect of who you are.
Okay. I was born in New York. I was born in the Bronx. But I was raised in West Africa, Gambia. And my parents were born in Senegal. Very close countries right next to each other. And I came back to New York when I was 10 years old. And I was in the Bronx until, I'm still in New York. I'm not in the Bronx anymore. I live in Brooklyn now. And I went to school up in Syracuse. I went to Onondaga Community College, and then I transferred to Syracuse University. I did not graduate for my 4 years. I got my associates, but I kind of, right in the midst of that, when I came home in the summer, before going back for my final years, when I kind of got discovered on the train in New York City. And after I got discovered, 2 weeks later, I did Calvin Klein exclusive and went to Paris and did Dior exclusive. And this is all in 2018.
That's 2018. So you all, let's back up. Yes. So what I wanted to touch on is how Fatu got discovered. So, some of us are trying to figure out how to break through. You all are asking me these questions. There's no right answer, because
there's no right answer.
I
love that.
Yes, because if it's for you, it's going to find you, right, Fatu? Would you say that?
Okay, so I've always wanted to model. In my head, I, as a 10-year-old, 12-year-old girl, I manifested, me being on a magazine and doing runway and stuff like that. But at the same time, I was very in tune with reality, and I needed money, and I needed to go to the path where I know best, where everybody in this world knows best. That's going to college and securing a job afterwards. And in 2020, that's obviously not everybody's way, but I'm very traditional. And, I believe you're going to do what you're supposed to do. So I feel like I put my faith in God, and I said, and I'm not a very skinny girl. I'm not the traditional model. And I got discovered when I was 24. As another reason I'll say is going to happen to you when it's supposed to happen to you.
Yes.
A lot of people was like, at 24, your career is over. So I'm like, what are you guys talking? I just started. It's so exciting. But I dreamt a lot about being a model, but I never thought it can be possible because of my weight and stuff. But, I dreamed a lot, and it happened, but it happened in the way it was like, when I was 17, 18, there would be, these newsletters that would come to your house that would say, you can be a pageant girl. You remember those?
I remember those radio ads, all of that stuff.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So I saw it. I was like, oh my God, they think I'm beautiful. I let my mom put me into it and we paid money. It didn't go anywhere. So I had something like that drove me to want to do it. But it was so tight. When you don't know, you don't know. When you're not in this industry, you don't know. You can just walk into an agency and be like, hey, I'm a model. I'm a new face. I think I can model. And I tell you, if you do that, if a right person see you and think you can do it, you will be signed. I didn't know that. So I'm like, it's a closed door. Let me go to college. And one day the same day I came back from school, I was supposed to meet my sister in 42nd Street for her to give me the keys to the house. And she was late. So I'm sitting on the stairs of 42nd Street train station by the N train. And I'm cursing her out on the phone. I'm like, where are you? Like, I'm so tired. I just took the bus from all the way there. And this white guy is like looking at me, so, oh my God, you're so beautiful. I'm like, what the? Please leave me alone, sir. Like, I just need to get home. He was like, no, I know the person who discovered Naomi, and I think you can be the next. I was like, whoa, okay, now you're talking something. So let's change phone numbers. Yes. He gave me his number, and then the next day he gave me a ring. He was, I have Beth Bolt on the phone. She would love to do a video message to see your face, see your body, and all of that. And Beth loved me. We had a great conversation. She's a really good person, like a grandma type of person. So we got to really talk. Mm-hmm. And 2-3 days later, and I don't want to put all my business out there, but like I didn't end up really going back home with all the family problems. So I didn't have no way to stay. Okay. And that was the real reason me and Beth really became close. She was eager to get me to be signed so that I can be in the model house, so I can have somewhere to stay.
Okay.
So nobody knew like, okay, she's going to model. And like I came in February 2nd, right in the depth of Fashion Week. Like there was no way people was going to look at me, or like had braids in my hair. My hair was red, really like coming up from college. And, I got signed the next day. I came to the agency the next day. They signed me, put me in the model house. And a week later, I went to a casting for Calvin Klein, nervous as hell. And the shoes was 2 sizes, not my size. And I walked it shaking and everything. And they booked me. And that was an exclusive job. And I was like, can this be life? I didn't realize it until I saw Vogue put my picture on the lineup. Like, I was like, wow, like this is happening. That's how I got discovered.
So you all, Fatou dropped so many gems, and Angel, I see you, shout out to you. She dropped so many gems. The first one I caught was, she said that, so I said, if it's for you, it's for you. But then she talked about manifesting it, having visions when she was younger. Although one part of her thought the industry was closed to her, I don't think she really ended that dream. So it's just weird. It's like part of it is like, is it your destiny because it's in you and you're envisioning it? Yeah, it's in. I'm saying like you were envisioning it. So I guess, yeah, I mean, you manifested it. You were ready when the opportunity came. So
when I was in high school, I wanted this so bad, and with the pageant didn't go well, I lied. I lied to some of my friends, and I said to them, I'm going to do a Calvin Klein campaign, and it's going to come out after we graduate.
And that's the Haitian in me saying, oh, like that.
Let me tell you. I'm not encouraging lying. I'm not. But I'm going to tell you, I really love this job. I love this job. I breathe this. I like, you don't understand. I breathe this. I love modeling. And it's not about the who's designing what like, that's not what I love. I really love being behind the camera and showing off clothes and like, oh my God, oh wow, look at, I love that. I love the art of it. I love connecting with photographers. So I feel like it's important to know, if you're forward, you're forward, but God is listening. the universe is listening. So it all goes hand in hand.
Ooh, deep, you all, deep. It all goes hand in hand. Angel is saying you are giving me so much inspiration, and this is kind of in the chat on the YouTube. Okay, so when you say you breathe modeling, what does that look like for you? What does that mean?
It means, okay, like it means when the way I dress, that I feel like my nature, right, my natural being is just that aesthetic. You know, I'm very caring about myself. You know, a model, people today forgot what a model. I wish I was modeling in the 90s. You know, a face, walk. I'm talking about put the clothes on and it just drops on you, and you know how to work it, you know how to sell it. Anybody that sees you and it wants it, that's me every time I walk out my house.
Wow, Fatu, and I'm not in New York,
yeah.
So that's you.
And it's like, not even being like, you know, I don't want to be cocky or anything.
That's
but
just
like,
you. That's
just me. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just me. I was 12 years old, and my mom like would get upset. People would be like, you should put your daughter in model. She'd be like, she's not a prostitute. You know, Africans.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, saw that walk. Yeah, saw that walk.
Wow. Okay. It's just who you are, and the industry found you, and placed you in. Okay, so what are some of, you say you love it, what would be some of the challenges that you found? Because everything in life is about balance, right? So although you love it, are there any things that may be rubbing you the wrong way about the industry that you may want to take on as a platform or speak on?
Not speak on, because like I said, I'm a realist, right? So I feel like I can love this job, and you know, but my desire and honestly, like what fills my heart with it, nobody will ever understand. And the industry doesn't make it, like the industry is here for you to make money, right? So being a realist, that's what I'm here to kind of do with the industry, just to make money. It's not who I am personally. You know, my career path is different from everybody's career path is different. But I'm not the girl who's gonna be partying with everybody, I'm not the girl who goes out and like do the extra. I'm not gonna, you see me, nobody sees my personal life on Instagram because I don't know those people too well. I'm very private person. So I love to say all of that. I like the industry because it makes me my money. It's my job. But that would be the only thing that I really don't love about it, because 2020 to be a top model, it requires a lot. It requires a lot. It's not just a face anymore. It's not just, posing the camera, you best poser. No. It's about you speaking. It's about what you're doing at your everyday life. You have to be active in it. And that's just not me. So that's the part I think I don't really love as much. And
I understand exactly what you're saying. The social media, and it's not just the model anymore. It's everything that is attached to the model. I understand exactly what you're saying. And it's like, what do? You stay true to yourself. You
stay true to yourself. Yeah. But then also, is what you want to, where you want to go. Because a lot of girls now, they think they know where they want to go, but when it gets there, they don't know how to handle it. You have to be really careful, but you can get into the social media stuff. You can do it. You can make a lot of money off of it. You can be very famous. It's very, very, a wealthy industry. But know that you're getting yourself into that and be prepared for everything that's going to come with it. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah. And you have to maintain a schedule. You have to stay consistent in terms of whatever messaging you're sending out to your audience. Yeah. And I think for longevity, you have to be authentic. So whatever it is that you're going to do, make sure it's true to you. Okay,
Make
so
sure you do it tomorrow, okay?
you said make sure what now?
You can do it tomorrow and in 365 days.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Man, okay, you're giving me so much. Okay, you're giving me so much. Okay, Angel says, I know you said you're not the average size. Can you describe that a little bit more?
I'm West African, okay? We got a little booty. And that would be all. Like my hip size is a 37 now. I've went down because, life has been happening. That's why I'm kind of going to break right now from Fashion Week. But my regular, I'm probably, 37 and a half, almost 38. So yeah, I came into this industry being a 36. So yeah, that's not average. And the average is 34. You see the spectrum there. That's why I'm not average.
But thankfully, right, the industry is changing just a bit, right, in terms of accepting more diversity in size, even with the major couture brands. Would you say that they're accepting more full figure? Because you're getting booked at with 37, 30, 38.
Yeah, I am. But I would say this. Get your hopes up too much with couture. Couture will always be couture, and nowadays it's fun, but it's only going to be one. The one who's like, in the media, the popular one, it's only one curvy girl at a time. The industry is going to change. It's going to change in the next 10 years. Like right now, if you really look closely, the trends are changing every season. Like one season is all light skin colored girls, and the next season is like, oh my God, curvy girls. So like they do what they want. You just kind of, you gotta go with the flow. This industry is not forever. This is not something you could, needle in the haystack. This is not forever. So I don't know. I wouldn't say anybody to be like 100% in this. Oh my God, it's gonna make me the richest person ever, and I'm gonna be well off. You always got to think about the next plan. Be real with yourself.
And you all that are tuning in, we're with Fatu for Model Talk Thursday. So speaking of future, a question: what does the future hold for you?
So, I got my degree in sociology. And I really wanted to get it in psychology. So I didn't get it in psychology. But I know, since being in this industry, it's kind of forced me to really be true to myself. God has blessed me with enough to be able to do things that I actually am dreaming of. Like I don't have to take the route that I took when I came out of high school. It's just like, this is going to secure me. So I've really I love clothes. It's really hard for me to shop because I never find things that are like just perfect for myself. I want to just make clothes. So I'm learning how to sew, and I'm trying to, develop it slower and slower.
Okay. All right, sis. Okay, look. If you ever need any modeling in Atlanta to promote your clothing line and set it off, the pearls are ready to set it off for you, Fatu. So
yes, I would love that.
You got your tribe in Atlanta that will push your clothing line. So be thinking about that when you sew it. That Atlanta, you got us in Atlanta.
I got you, girl.
Yes, yes. Okay, awesome.
Yes, that's what I love. That's what I want to do. I want to make clothes for our people, for my Black girls. I do. But then sorry, I'm talking a lot. I went to Africa.
No, that's why I was like, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. Keep going. This is a chance for us to connect and catch up, because I feel like we're connected for a reason, Fatu. It's something,
I know.
So I'm happy that I have this moment to connect with you again.
You're so special.
Yes.
But I was in, you leave people, please, anything you can do is tell your girls to leave the country and go to Africa and visit and talk to we're we're people that are still fighting. We've been through a lot of things. Us people in general, we've been through a lot, and you really don't know the progress we've made until you go to Africa as people. So you come back and you're like, oh, I have a lot of things to work on, but you breathe a little bit, you know, they're still struggling. And then when it comes to the girls who are our age and stuff, they have a whole different lifestyle. They think a whole different mindset. We're very strong here in America. Like, no, everything we go through, when I trust me in God, we're strong people. Us Black people, us Black women in America are strong people because we walk on our own, you know, and a lot of those women can't even think about doing nothing like that. So that's what really inspired me to do this clothing line. I really wanted to, I want to dress up the community. Like, I want to make people feel good, like without spending a whole lot of money. It's not, you know, it's not that much money just to buy a t-shirt, you know. There's a t-shirt, you know how good a t-shirt just make you look, a white t-shirt, you know, and most people can't even afford that. So most of the most of the profits and like most of the clothing in general will be donated and be back there. It's not so fashionable. I'm gonna get into that, but the base of it is all just like to give back and, like, you know, help the women back over there feel a little more confident and love themselves a little more.
Okay, got you. Now I'm understanding.
Yeah.
You're building the confidence of the women of your tribe through your fashion, because it's a reflection of the women from your tribe at the highest level when it comes to us representing ourselves. Is that kind of
because they don't, that's the last thing they think about, you know, that's the last thing they think about, but that's the first thing anybody sees. You know, and for us women, we're women still. We're still women. If we can put a little lip gloss on when we're sick, we're gonna do that, you know. We're still women, we still want to be beautiful, but you know, they have no chance, no energy, no thought process in putting anything to themselves. So I'll do it for them. That's what I want to do.
I can understand what you're saying. Okay, so being that my parents are from Haiti, like, you know, my mom passed away, bless her heart, in 2020. But when I would look at my mom, I'm like, she's so beautiful, but she had such a rough life. You get what I'm saying? And I'm standing on her shoulders. Okay, I got a chance to do a little bit more. So when you're telling me, you know, those stories of the women from your tribe, it's just reminding me of that rough life, but the culture is so rich.
It is.
Yeah. And so I'm hoping with your clothing line that, you know, I can see the women, you know, at their in their glory.
That's what I think you understand.
Yes. Okay. Awesome. Okay, we got questions coming in. So how often do you practice? Okay. That's a question that they are asked. Modeling is back to modeling. They're asking, how often do you practice? This was a question.
Practice modeling. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you guys the truth. So I don't ever. When I first started, and honest to God, I should have never done this. But you guys have an opportunity that you guys are in a school. So you guys probably don't walk unless you're on. Or you probably lie to your teacher and tell them you do try to walk, but you don't. And you probably should. I'm flat-footed, okay? There's not a lot I can do with my foot to make heels comfortable for me. When I tell you this is a job, you're going to walk in them shoes regardless of how much it hurts or not. So for me, I try to make it as less painful as possible. And it's worked for me. And that's putting on them the least as possible. So I do not put the shoes on when I'm rehearsing or anything. I'll put them on to make sure that they fit and then I can actually stabilize myself. But if I feel like if I walk 5 minutes in these and they're going to rip my ankles, I'm not going to put them on. So I don't practice my shoes. And then posing, I'm pretty good at posing. I'm pretty good at being sassy and all of that. And if it's something that really, what is it called? If it's really complicated to me and I'm unsure, Google is my best friend. Google, because there's not a lot of poses in this world. We only have 4 limbs. Okay, let's be realistic. Most of it is just yourself, how you connect with the camera, how you connect with the photographer, and you know the assignment and you pull through with the assignments. And that's it, really. So you get a job. It's beauty. You know you're gonna be working with your hands, and go in the mirror, work with your hands a little bit. But I don't do that anymore. Like, it's been 4 years. I'm not gonna do that anymore. But I used to. Yeah.
So there you go, Angel. Practice in the mirror, but also incorporate a natural, organic. Yeah, so that the camera can capture that. And as Fatu said, connecting with the camera, connecting with the photographer, right? So you're not thinking so much about yourself and you're kind of freeing yourself, right? Because sometimes it can be pressure if you're like tense. So
you can't be tense. And most of the time, like, modeling is serious, but they won't put you on set and be like, model. They won't be like, can you just do something? No, there always is an inspiration. There always is a mood board on set. Any set that you go to, they'll show you other models that's done things that they want you to do. If it's a smiley photo day, you're going to be like, you better get them teeth white. You're going to be smiling all day. And you're going to be like, okay, great. You sit in the makeup chair, get your lips, make sure they're moisturized. It's not that intense, but like before you get to the stage, if you don't know how to smile, that's a problem. So, yeah.
Okay, got you. Yeah. Okay. So, yep. Okay. She's saying thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Let me see. I'm just trying to pick out the questions that I feel like.
Go question.
Yeah. So, Angel was saying she loved to model for your clothing line. So you already got, people that's
Angel.
Yes. And that's exciting. Okay, so then I see Ariana, welcome to the chat. What are some of your aspirations? Okay, well, we touched a little bit on that in terms of her clothing line. What I want to ask her though is, since the school is focused on building confidence, so we focus on modeling leadership and entrepreneurship. And Fatu, being that you are becoming an entrepreneur, every student that graduates have to become an entrepreneur. They have to create a business within the school, because we don't want them to just know modeling, but be able to empower themselves, such as a Tyra Banks, a Kathy Ireland has done, and Fatu now on her way. So when it comes to confidence, that's what we focus on, building confidence. What has been your relationship with confidence? And so that we can be completely, because I tell people I'm always growing in confidence. Like, I have confidence and people are like, how are you? So I'm like, I'm still like developing, but confidence is important. You have to know who you are. For me, you have to know who you are, what you're capable of. You have to push yourself. What they say, fake it till you make it, per se, but it's okay to be vulnerable.
Fake it till you make it.
Yes, it's okay to be vulnerable, but I feel like vulnerable in the right places with the right people.
Always.
But when it comes to modeling and confidence, right? Could you talk a little bit about that and the castings and the energy that may be on set with other beings in the industry?
Okay, so I was born in the Bronx, right? Raised in Gambia, 10 years, came back to the Bronx. I'm not a typical model. Not a lot of big models come from New York City. And I'm a big energy when it comes to the European people, So they think I'm the most confident person in the world. And they kind of gave me my confidence, honestly. I came into this industry not confident at all. I haven't put this type of braids in my hair for like 4 years now. This is the first week I've done this since I've modeled, since I've cut my hair, and now I'm regrowing it. So you kind of, you model and then you meet everybody from all around the world. And for me, coming from the Bronx, it gives me a very, I wouldn't say egotistical, but I have big, cojones. And I don't really walk into a room and put my head down. I walk into a room, I put my head up because I want to see who's looking at me so I can look back at you. And then I'm African, right? And then you see these girls from the Ukraine, you see girls from Sudan, you see girls from Kenya who just came flight from Kenya straight to that casting. And they're trembling in their boots. They don't know what's going on. They got shorts on. It's 40 degrees, 30 degrees outside. For me, that's what brought my confidence, me focusing on, oh, I thought I was not confident. At least I know where I'm at. At least I know what's going on. At least I didn't leave my family in Africa to come here, or in Europe, not the greatest place to come here. That's what gave me, because, these girls are so sweet. I'm the type of, like, I love to help. I really think I'm a vessel, and I was here to help other women, help other people. So, I'm the type who goes and buys you a jacket and buys you, one
Okay.
to
Oh,
do
wow.
dinner
You're
with
on
you.
that level.
But
You're
no,
on
let's
that
not even
level.
enhance that. But like, seriously, I can't watch it. I'm an African girl. I feel like that's my sister, my brother. Like, I can't do that. So I want to get close to you. I want to get your number. I want you to come to my house. Let's do dinner. And they would be like, oh my God, like, you're so beautiful. Like, you talk so like this. And I'm like, I am, I am the bomb. I am really, so I go home and I'm thankful for the things that I've done, and the people give me so much compliments. And I know it's not fake, because it's something that I've known within myself, but I haven't, been able to tell myself, because I haven't been confident enough to kind of, look in the mirror and say it.
And I think culturally, Fatu, we haven't been taught, at least in my culture, it's to be modest, not to, you get what I'm saying, boast yourself,
Yeah, you
when you say what now? Mm-hmm.
I said, no boosting yourself.
Yes, we were taught to be modest. And at least, for us, like, and we weren't boosting ourselves. Yeah, we had all of these great things going on. And I'm thinking, okay, this is normal. But then when you look at it in comparison to, the masses, you're like, wow, I have done a lot of things,
That's where it comes from. Like, honestly, you've done a lot of things, you overcome a lot of things. And then us as women, like, how much, especially as Black women, I think is so important. The day I shaved my head off, girl, I stayed in the mirror and I cried for almost 2 hours. And I told the hairdresser, I was like, I love you so much. You don't understand how much you changed my life.
Yes. Now talk to me about that. Why you say that?
Because where you gonna go? Where you gonna go? Where you gonna go? You have nowhere to go. You're here with no hair. Us Black women, we don't know how to not be without something in our heads, and we don't know. And once you gotta be true. I'm really realistic. This is like, I no makeup on. You wake up in the morning, your hair is shaved off, bald. Nobody can tell you that's not who you are. So either you're gonna love it or you're gonna change it.
Wow.
So I loved it though. I loved it so much. I was like, girl, you are so beautiful. And then nobody at this work can tell me nothing.
Yes.
So no, cut it all off.
Would you say that's the first time you recognize your beauty in its natural state? Yes.
Yes, because this was for a job and I almost didn't do it. This was for Michael Kors and I almost didn't do it. They was like, please, they really would love to cut your hair. They want to do this 90s theme. They cut my hair. They did it blonde. I was like, oh my God. Like, my mom, I called her. She cried so much because my mom has like really thin hair. And when she braids her hair back, we looked exactly the same. She was like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. I was like, this is crazy. It was great. But like, this industry has really opened my eyes, because we don't get the weaves. You don't get the weaves, girl.
Isn't that weird? Hold on, Fatu. Why is it weird that the European is showing, you get what I'm saying? Showing.
But that's European.
Yeah.
That's European. Let's be for real. That's European. They have long hair. They have all of that. Us Black women don't. Some people do if you're mixed, or, you do, but pure African Black, we don't have that. But this is what I would tell you. Not all of us have shaved bald heads.
Yeah, of course. Yes.
That's something the industry gets really wrong, because most
Yeah,
of us
I know. I think they're in love with the aesthetic of it. I think they're in
yeah,
love with
it's
the
really
aesthetic
raw.
of it.
It's really raw. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's the year that I'm like, I love weaves. I'll put on a weave, girl. I'll go outside. But you're not gonna tell me, let me see your authentic self, and I put a weave on and come show you me. You're not gonna ask me to go to a casting for a job and ever see Fatou Jobe in this, because they don't want to see this. If they wanted to see this, they'll put it on you.
Let me ask you this. Now, this may be a little deep. If you can choose a hairstyle that, what would that be? Because I think some women would still choose the long, you get what I'm saying, weave, because it's fun and it has energy, right? But what would you choose? Like, would you choose your natural state, or would you?
I'm too deep. I have to choose my natural state, because I have a little sister who's 14 years old. Like, it's too deep for me to be like, let me put the weaves on. I can go Instagram right now and like search up the top 20 female Instagram models, and they all have weaves on. So no, I want to see top 10 Instagram models be people like adults and me.
Yes, I agree. And I think you all are pushing it for us. Y'all are helping, trying to balance, right? Trying to balance the playing field. But I still feel like it's like 90, it's almost 90%.
It's not there yet.
Yeah, it's like 90% still, in terms of but I see it changing. Like, even for me, Fatu, when I locked my hair, it was a fight. My husband is the one that started twisting my hair because I had these things in my head. I had shaved my head and loved it, but then I was like, okay, now to go to locks. And now I got locks. I'm like, oh man, I've been depriving myself of my origin and all my power, all my beauty.
Mm-hmm. I just wish I could. Sorry, go ahead.
No, and I'm so thankful. And I'm working on a hair documentary, because like this is real stuff. This is real stuff. Deep stuff as Black women that you're putting wigs, like, now it's okay because we have diversity. That's one thing that we can do. We can change our hair up how we want to, but the fact that a majority of us don't love ourselves naturally, right, is huge. It's a big thing.
It's a big problem. No problem comes in boom. Most of them just swirl in, and they, I feel like this is one of them. This is going to be a very big pandemic when in the next 20, 30 years, for us just to like hold the shit and talk to our people. Like, why are you bleaching your skin? Why do you feel like you can't leave the house without a wig on, dude? Why are you wearing a different skin tone as your actual makeup? Like, stop it. You need to stop it today. It causes kidney cancer if you bleach your skin. Like, don't have your daughter naturally hair with beautiful pom-poms, and you're over here with the wig that is so stale. Like, I don't get it. It pisses me off.
Yeah, and Fatu, I'm with you, and I'm gonna challenge us, because look, we sit here la. But the one with the weaves, they ready to go for they.
I'm sorry, girl. I feel like this industry. Let's talk model for real.
Yeah.
If you go to a casting and you're the girl with the weave on, and the girl without the weave on, and you walk better than her, they're taking her. Yes. They don't like that unless you've made your name in this industry already, like you're a ducky. Then you can do stuff like that. But But if not, these agencies, these clients do not want to see weaves on Black girls.
Right.
White women don't come in weaves. If they put the weave on them, it's on set to make their hair enhance more, because it blends in well. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't put a weave on, girl. Let me show you my closet. I got 3 wigs just up there, short, long, and curly. We can do it. But in this industry, in this world, you cannot. Don't waste your time, because the first time you go do it, that client could know $100 of clients, and you already been cut off.
You all heard it from Fatu.
This is the best thing I can tell you.
Natural in this modeling industry. Natural. Okay, I am getting, okay, let's see. And Miss Pearl, to be honest, saw you before and after cutting your hair, and it was amazing. I could tell you found a certain spark in yourself. Okay. Yeah, I shaved my head after I left corporate. I left all of that behind and just started a new journey. Okay. And then Coco TV. I love Adu. I appreciate how confident she is and how she stays true to her roots. Also, she doesn't mind expressing it. Being a refugee, many try to hide their backgrounds. Yeah, she's definitely represented, and I've seen her been she's been able to transition her looks, like she
Yeah.
shaved, now she's doing, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yes,
That's who we
yes,
are. That's who
yes,
we are.
yes,
They're very
like,
versatile.
yes, magic, magic. All right, so you all, thank you so much. Fatu and I can go on forever. I'm already starting to get insight of, why the universe and God keeps putting us together, because I'm definitely on a platform to promote authentic beauty as well. So Fatu, you have given us so many pearls of wisdom, but of course we have to ask you to end us with one. Anything that you want to leave the audience with, in terms of our discussion today, anything that's on your mind. Before you do that, we love you, Fatu. We thank you so much for sharing your energy with myself as well as my students, because you're not only touching me, but you're touching many. So I want to thank you for that.
Of course. I would leave with all the girls in your academy to stay with Pearl. Okay.
Aww.
I don't know, honest to God, I don't want to get emotional, but I will pay anything in this world to have met a woman like you when I was their age. I didn't have I didn't have no direction in my life. My mom worked a lot, and I appreciate the work you do. You will never see me on another platform doing an interview and talking to anybody else. But there's nobody else like you out there. Do you get that? There's nobody who has come to me to allow me to do what I've really wanted to do for a long time. I don't have all the money in the world. If me just talking can help somebody, thank you for allowing me to do that. And you're helping me. You're helping all me when I was little. Like, these are all girls, who are in my shoes. So I'll give them, stay with her. If you have a problem, don't lose contact. Even if you don't stay here, don't lose contact. Because this is a relationship that can really, help you for the rest of your life. It's important, that you're here, like you're somebody you come talk to, your dreams and your aspirations. Like, come on, girls, go to school and really talk to your teachers and see if they care. Some of them will, but this woman cares. So stay by her side, help her raise this organization to the highest aspect that it could be, inshallah. And I love you. I wish you the best. And thank you for having me. Like I said again, you're the best.
Always a pleasure. And look, I'm looking forward to your line, because please. Yes. So
no, it's gonna be great. I'm gonna contact you as soon as anything happens. I promise.
Okay. All right, sister. All right, love. Have a blessed one.
Thank you so much.